We all experience bullying in our lives. Every single last one of us, regardless of what we are being bullied for. It always affects us in one way or another, and it always hurts. I was bullied a lot when I was younger for being homeschooled, and it wasn't just by kids, it was by a lot of adults and people who didn't feel that I was being raised properly or wasn't being taught properly or properly educated or properly socialized. And it really, truly, wholeheartedly affected me because it was a life that I lived and it was a life that I loved. And people were trying to tell me that it was wrong. And it was very hurtful. So during my high school years, things had started to die down a little bit, but the question that was new that rose was, what about college? How are you going to get into college if you're not, in school? And aren't you going to go to college? I never wanted to go to college. It was never for me. I always thought the past 12 years that I had lived, I spent them doing school. And I loved learning, but there were some things that I had to learn that I didn't necessarily want to learn. And because of that, I realized I don't want to put myself in the position of having to go through that for 4 more years when I could be focusing on what I want to do with my life, which is acting, singing, dancing, writing, everything that my brain comes up with that it enjoys doing. I want to be able to focus on that. I don't want to have to focus on something that is guaranteed to make me money. As long as I can live my best life and still be okay, that's what I want to do. And there was this instance at a party where I had seen someone and I hadn't seen them for a very long time, and they were talking to me. They're like, "So Amber, what are you doing now?" And I said, "Oh, I'm a singer-songwriter." And they were like, "What? You're not going to college?" And I was like, "No, I chose to opt out of college and focus on my music career." And she was like, "Okay, that's not possible. You have to focus on college. What are you going to do? How are you ever going to be able to support yourself? How are you going to be able to support a family?" And all of these questions arose. And I walked away because I didn't want to have to deal with that. And I went out and I sat down, and somebody else who was actually in my family started talking to me, and it felt like they were saying something very similar. And it really, really hurt me. So I came home and I wrote this song saying, "I'm never gonna be what you need me to be, but that's okay because I am what I want to be. I don't need to be what you need me to be. I need to be what I need me to be." And that's the whole point of this song.
One black sheep